Buy your Kyrie Fading Promise t-shirt today. It comes in a bunch of other apparel and colors as well. All info will be down below in the description. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to yet another Kingdom Hearts series character files video where we cover your favorite and most beloved characters and worlds from the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Now, it's been a while since I last did a character file video, and that's because I kind of wanted to have a break period between the next character file upload. The last two videos were about Yozora and the next Kingdom Hearts game, so if you want to go ahead and check those videos out, then you can simply click the link above in the card, or you can go ahead and just watch the most recent video via the end screen. But today, guys, we're going to be covering the Birth by Sleep trio, and we're going to be starting off with Aqua's story. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it like we always do. So I present to you Aqua's story, A Piece of Cake. When I was in the darkness, I think back to those peaceful days of training, when we were protected by our master. I was calm and content during the time spent training alone with Terra, but I feel Ven's arrival added a different kind of warmth. Ven held his wooden sword in his left hand. Yes, that's the defense stance. There's no offense without a good defense. The master was giving Ven lessons as Terra and I faced off nearby, hearing without listening. The sound of clashing wooden swords, breaths getting ragged, pattering sweat, the master's voice. "Master, how about we take a break?" I directed this at everyone with a smile. That day, I baked. Oh yes, a preserved strawberry tart, the master's favorite. "Ven, come help me get the tea ready." Back then, it hadn't been long since Ven had woken up, and it seemed like he wasn't entirely there. He didn't reply when spoken to, and he never smiled. He could follow instructions, and it was obvious he had held a sword before. He didn't wake up properly until a practice match with Terra. "You're trying too hard to move your body. You need to learn to let your body move you. Right?" Terra raised his wooden sword. Of all the imitation keyblades he had made, this was the best by far. He even carved his name into it. He stood up and cleared his throat. "In your hand, take this blade, and so long as you have the makings and through the simple act of taking its wielder, you shall one day be made." He raised the keyblade, mimicking the rite of succession. "Being a master is all I've dreamed about." "Well, you're not the only one," I corrected. "It was our dream, our goal." Terra knelt in front of Ven, holding out the wooden keyblade. "I know, you, me, and Ven all share the same dream. Here, Ven, this is for you." Ven reached out silently and gripped the wooden keyblade. It seemed as though he was smiling faintly, the first time I'd ever seen it. "Huh? Then what are you going to use, Terra?" "I'll take the one Ven was using for now, then I'll make a new one." Terra took the wooden sword Ven had been using and ruffled his blonde hair with the other hand. "Isn't that nice, Ven?" Those were Ven's first words. "Oh, that's nice." "Ven." Terra and I cried out in near unison. "What's with you two?" Ven looked back and forth between us, puzzled. I pulled him into a hug automatically. Terra continued to ruffle his hair from beside us. "Stop it, Terra, Aqua, come on already. I'm not a baby, okay?" We looked at each other and burst out laughing. It drew an embarrassed laugh out of Ven. It was the first time the three of us had ever laughed together. And then, after a long journey, we returned home. I understand now that this land and Master Ericus protected us. The Master was always with us. I wonder, can we ever return to those peaceful days? Yes, I'm sure we can, if we create them. "Terra, Ven, let's have some tea," I call out. Just like me, they've completed long journeys. We've come home together. "Terra?" A silver of worry creeps in. Terra hasn't said anything, but then he turns to me. "I'd like some cake," he says, "so long as it's not sweet." "That's right, I'd like to bake something. I haven't done that in a long time." "Galactic caramel pound cake then. I haven't made that in ages." That sounds kinda good. "I want to preserve strawberry tarts," says Ven. "The master loved that one and Terra didn't," I say with a smile. "We've lost our master, but we aren't alone. The three of us will go stargazing again. We'll look for shooting stars. We'll never be apart again." Aqua's story, A Piece of Cake. I really like this story. It didn't really give us any crazy information. However, I really loved it for one simple reason, and that's because the Birth by Sleep trio is often, for me, probably one of my least favorite trios. I love them, do not get me wrong, but compared to the Days trio, even the Destiny trio, they have their moments. The Birth by Sleep trio, they didn't have that friendly bond, that connection that the other trios kind of seemed to have. We saw a little bit more of it in Kingdom Hearts 3 than I feel like we did in Birth by Sleep. But Birth by Sleep was completely about them being separated, and most of their story, from what we know, was about them being separated and leading into what would eventually be Kingdom Hearts 3. So we never really got time to experience what it was like outside of like brief moments of what it was like for them to be together. And this story kind of expands upon what it's like when they are together, and I get a big sense of friendship. There's a nice warmth there. It's very heartwarming to read this story. This story seems to take place mostly before like anything happens at all in Birth by Sleep, before Birth by Sleep, and it seems to take place a little bit after Kingdom Hearts 3 when they come home, but they don't really talk about anything substantial regarding stories or anything. They're just focused on getting back to those peaceful times, and I love and respect that a lot. This story kind of felt a lot more focused on Ven and Terra than it really did Aqua, or it was about Ventus and Terra from Aqua's perspective. Though that makes sense for Aqua, because Aqua, her character, her entire like arc is about getting back to Terra and Ven, because she values them very much and values those peaceful times that they used to have. And Birth by Sleep was a Kingdom Hearts game that I loved initially. Of course, it was easily one of my favorites when I played it for the first time, but I wasn't as attached to the characters as I started playing more and more games in the Kingdom Hearts series. Birth by Sleep was a game that I absolutely loved when I played it. However, as I said before, the trio connection wasn't really like there, and I get a lot of that here, and I love it, and I hope I see more of that in the future. It's funny because I say that, yet their trio reuniting after a long time in Kingdom Hearts 3 I think was one of the best cutscenes. Like when Terra said, "You never stop lighting my way back," it really hit close to home. I don't know why. It just did. But the story was really cool. I definitely loved it a lot. Next story is going to be Ventus or Terra's, I believe. I forget which one, but it's going to be one of those. Next story is going to be Terra's. That's going to be the next story. Dark and Void is the title of Terra's story. So I'm very interested in that one. It's probably going to be pretty edgy, given the title. But Aqua's story was more lighthearted, about baking cake and just the good times that they had like before the tragedy happened to them. But leave a comment down below telling me what you think about this story. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.